It doesn't matter if you sell on Shopify or TikTok or even marketplace platforms like Etsy. Every time you find a best-selling listing like this one that's making around $7,000 per month, they're always using a real high-quality custom mock-up like the one that you see right here. A mock-up like this, anyone can buy and place their own designs on. It's clearly proven to convert, and the same principle applies no matter what product you're selling. If you're selling t-shirts, it's the exact same thing. And the same goes for even digital products like wall art, or even digital products like these planners where they're displaying screenshots of their product inside of the iPad mockup. In this video, I'm gonna show you how you can use ListingView's new mockup automation to automate generating any type of mockup, no matter what type of product you sell. So you can save time having to make them and quickly apply them to all of the listings that you sell. This is genuinely one of the coolest features that ListingView has shipped this year. The process is incredibly simple. So we'll start by getting a mockup file. This can be a simple image like a PNG or a JPEG, or even a smart mockup like a Photoshop.PSD file. We'll upload it to ListingView, and then we'll run the automation with our designs to apply it to our mockup file. And we'll be able to apply all of those mockups directly to our listings all inside of ListingView. I'll show you the simplest example and then even more complex workflows. And by the way, you can test this out completely for free. So once you're logged into ListingView, you want to come over into the asset library and click on the mockup templates tab. And this is where we can actually upload the image that we want to use for our mockup template. So we'll just start with this simple frame image. It's going to upload and become a mockup, and all we need to do is press this define mockup region. Now this is where we can actually define the mockup region. So everything in this blue area is where our design is going to be applied to the actual mockup image. So just like that, now we've defined our mockup region and it's pretty much ready to use. One additional step we could take here though is adding some rules to the mockup region. So since this is wall art and it's on a white background with some shadows showing through, I might want to add a blend mode rule and change it to multiply. You'll see how this works in a second, but it'll basically blend it together to make it look more realistic. I can save this. And now we have this new mockup template that's ready to use. Now, just for the sake of example, I generated some really cool mid-journey art that we can use to test out our mockup templates. I think this one looks really good, so we'll copy it. And in our files, I can just paste it and it'll upload directly into the asset library. Now, I can sell all of my digital products directly through the asset library, which is part of the reason this is so helpful. But if I select the image and I click on generate mockups and I select the mockup that we just made, we can also control the placement of the design on that mockup. For a digital art like this, I typically like to have the artwork cover the entire mockup region, and I like it centered horizontally and vertically, and we'll just hit generate. After just a couple seconds, you can see we have this new mockup image ready to use in any of our listings. And if you ask me, it looks pretty good. It's a little moody and dark, but it definitely doesn't look bad. You can customize this quite a bit. So if your mockups have angled or rotated mockup regions, you can also work with those. So this mockup, for example, has sort of a perspective tilt on it. And instead of dragging one of these borders up, I'm going to drag the edge to the edge of the frame to define this sort of skewed mockup region. You can obviously spend more time lining it up than I'm doing right here, but I think that this will look pretty good. And again, we'll add that multiply blend rule. I'll save it. And this time I think we'll choose a slightly different artwork. So we'll go with something like this. I can copy it. I can paste it directly into the asset library, select it, generate mockups, and you can see the result looks incredible in my opinion. This took like a minute and a half from start to finish. Absolutely insane. Just to show you another example of how some of the controls work, I'm gonna grab another image, and this time we're going to generate mockups for both of them, and we'll try the fit placement instead of covering the entire mockup region. And if I hit generate on these, what you'll see is it essentially fits that image to the mockup. Since this is a vertical image, it looks fine on the vertical mockup, but for something like a horizontal frame, it's not going to cover the entire region, it's just going to fit it into the mockup region. Now, that's just how you do super basic mockups, and I'll show you how you can apply these to your listings really quickly. But there's a couple other things I have to cover first. For example, you might have a mockup like this, where you actually need a bunch of different mockup regions to show off something like a bunch of different sizes of artwork that you sell. I'm gonna use this one since it'll be a little quicker for me to set up, and there's only 3 regions that I need to define. But if I come in here, I can define 3 different mockup regions, one for each one of these frames. All I have to do is press this little add region button, and it's going to give me another region that I can drag and position depending on where I want it relative to the image. We just need 3 different regions here since there's 3 different frames, and I think that's gonna look pretty good. So now when I select my artwork and I hit generate mockups, we can select that mockup with multiple regions, and we can either apply the same design to all 3 regions, or we can select a different design to have on each region. So if I switch this over to pre-region generation, now you can see we have to assign a specific file to each region. So I'm just going to assign a different image to each region. We're going to set the rule to cover, and we'll hit generate. So now when I open this, I have a different image on each one of those frames. Maybe you sell a product like these map prints and you need to show a different print in each mockup frame. Or maybe you sell something like a t-shirt and you have a different design on the front and the back, or a different design for the male and the female version. That's where you can start to use some of these rules. But you can also get pretty crazy with it, because let's say you sell something like a t-shirt. So I'm gonna upload this color chart that I wanna use as a mockup. I'm gonna come in and define the mockup region, and I'm gonna use the t-shirt preset, and this time I have to add like 12 different mockup regions. So just give me a second to do that. It's pretty easy when you have to add a bunch of regions, because every time you add a new one, it'll just copy the size and position of the previous one. Now, I could probably spend a little bit more time in here positioning these to get them exactly right, but I think this looks pretty good to start. And this is where we can actually create some more advanced rules. So maybe we always create a white version of our design, but we want it to show up correctly on our color chart. So for our ivory and white color products, it's going to be really hard to see a white design on them. So what we can actually do is, with the region selected, we can add an invert rule. This will invert the color so that we don't have to manually edit it every single time we create it. We'll also make that same edit for region 4 on the white mockup. And now this one should be good to go. So I'm going to save. And with this one done, I'm just going to drag it into this shirt mockups collection. So this is just a collection I made, which has a few different t-shirt mockups that I can use along with this color chart. I'm just going to whip up a simple design here. I'll make the text white, and then I'll copy this. I'm gonna upload it into my asset library. And now, instead of having to go through and click every single mockup that I wanna use, I can just come over into the collections and select the entire collection that I wanna generate for. For this type of design, I'm going to fit it to the mockup region and align it to the top, and we're gonna hit generate. For some of these more complex mockups, like the ones that have 12 different regions, it might take a few seconds for it to finish generating. So you can go and use the other features in the app while they're generating. You can monitor the progress in the bottom right. Now you can see all 4 files have completed generating. And if we take a look at them, you can see that we have our beautiful design uploaded on all of these t-shirts, and we have our color chart generated with our design on every single mockup region. You can see the rules were respected, so our design still shows up as the correct color on those lighter color t-shirt designs. This gives you basically maximum control over your mockups. Now, you might also have smart PSD or Photoshop mockup files. These are going to be your even more complex or premium mockup files. So they might have warping that go around products like cans or mugs. You might have different types of blending effects, and you basically have full control over how that mockup image looks. You can now generate these in bulk as well. So here's a couple examples of some Photoshop mockup files. This is a mug Photoshop mockup. And you can see that there's a lot more complexity here. There's some reflections happening, and the design is sort of wrapped around the mug. This is going to be more complex than most people with basic Photoshop skills can make. But once again, if I just upload that mockup file, and we'll just find a cool example image from Midjourney to use, I'll upload that image, and we can now select that mug mockup to use. I'll hit generate mockups, and after just a couple seconds, you can see we get a super high quality premium looking mockup using that design and our custom Photoshop mockup file. Photoshop just lets you add unique features to some of your mockups that you can't do elsewhere. Even for a mockup like a t-shirt, if this is one I was using, maybe I don't want the design to appear on top of the shoes. So I can click down here to add a mask, and I can paint on a mask for specific areas that I don't want the mockup to appear on. And maybe I want this design to be blended into the fabric even more. So if I double click on the right-hand side of this layer, in this blend if section, I can drag these sliders to blend the design design in and out of the fabric depending on the colors. Photoshop gives you the control to get the exact look that you're aiming for. These mockups let you get pretty crazy because you can add all kinds of different warps and effects depending on what you need that mockup to look like. So now when I upload this mockup, when I go to generate my mockup, I'm gonna get those same super high quality effects applied to the new mockup just like I had before. And adding little details like those masks, that's exactly how you get your design to appear underneath specific objects that you need them to when you're generating out your mockups. Now, I've made several videos talking about different methods that you can use, both free and paid, to automate the process of creating high quality custom mockups. But no matter what process you use, the underlying principle is always the same. You want to use a proven to convert high quality mockup that other listings are already using to generate regular sales. Otherwise, when you post your products for sale, if it's some kind of AI generated mockup, even if it looks good to you, if it isn't directly proven to convert, like the mockups that these best-selling listings are using, then it's not worth using at all. To me, the best part is once you have all of your files inside of ListingView, you can apply them to all of your listings really quickly. If I hop over into the listing optimizer tool, this is where we can apply edits to all of the listings we have in our catalog. If we wanted to create a new listing, I'm gonna use my digital art preset and just hit apply. And this is where I could upload some of those images. So I'm gonna remove the old ones, and then I'm just going to select some of my example prints that we just generated, hit add, and now we've got all of those mockups right inside of our listing ready to go. And since this is a digital product inside ListingView, I can just browse and select all of the artwork that I want to sell as a part of this pack linked directly in this listing so that when the customer buys it, they get an easy download link to download all of the artwork that I'm selling right here. But I've covered that in a different tutorial, so I'll try and link it down below, but you can go watch that if you're interested. And the same thing goes if we're selling a product like the t-shirt, we can upload those mockups along with our color chart. And although this is a terrible design, you can see how good these mockups look even when they're on Etsy directly. So yeah, this will pretty much work no matter what type of mockup you use or what type of product you're selling. Makes it super easy to generate a ton of mockups really, really quickly and hopefully stay organized with all of your assets in one place. But yeah, I just figured since the image is one of the most important parts of your listing that I'd share an easy way to hopefully create higher quality images for the products that you sell. But you'll just have to try it out for yourself and tell me if it's worth it in the comment section. But yeah, that's about it. So as always,